I wanted to make kind of like an 80s style classic rock song, because I just love that sort of music. Like, you know, I'm wearing an Iron Maiden shirt right now, like I'm super into that kind of thing, so I knew I wanted to go that direction, and I had Nathan James as a vocalist in mind. He's one of my sort of favourite vocalists, and he lives quite local to me, so we knew we wanted to do a song together. So I started writing something kind of in the style of some Iron Maiden stuff, with some like sort of gallopy palm mutes and stuff like that. So that was sort of, yeah, that was like the direction I came from. So this song is in the key of A minor, and it's at 150 BPM, and we start the song on the C chord here, and we're kind of pedaling on the open A string. And then we go to that A chord, and then we do this little lick here, where we slide to the 5th fret of the E string, hit the 3rd fret of the A string onto the 5th fret of the A string, and then we do a whole tone bend here, and release to the 3rd fret of the A string and the 5th fret of the low E string. And then that kind of repeats for the intro. So this is the descending lick. And then we've got that lick comes back that we saw in the intro. On the second time around, we just hang on that 3rd fret of the A string. And the 4th time round, we just leave it that A chord ringing. So the pre-chorus has a couple things going on. Firstly, we've got some chords with some palm mute, a little palm mute pattern. And then over that, we've got like this little harmony line, and that goes like this. So we've got one guitar doing that, and then we've got another guitar doing it on the G string. And then, yeah, that's the pre-chorus all mixed together. The chorus is relatively simple. We've just, the chord progression is A, G, D, A, and we kind of have this strumming pattern. And that goes around a few times, and then we've got one higher guitar doing this top line that goes like this. And it just goes round. That's over the chorus. And what I sometimes like to do on that D chord is have it as kind of like a D over A, so I'll extend my first finger to go over the 5th fret on the low E string as well. Like that, because it kind of just beefs it up a bit. So this is the chorus. And then coming out of the chorus, we have this little line here that goes, which is kind of like a little tag on the end. So then we go back to the verse, which is the same thing. And that's got those two harmony lines over it as well. The only thing different with this second chorus is that the chords go around twice before the tag at the end comes in. So I'm soloing over, it's pretty much the verse chords, but they change up a little bit. the solo section is pretty much all in the A minor pentatonic scale, and we're just sort of going through the different positions of that. So we start up here in the first position. That's kind of the first section there. Then we go into this little hammer-on pull-off rundown, which is inspired by like a lot of Maiden songs. After that, we go into this little cyclic pattern and ascending lick here, which is in the second position of the A minor pentatonic scale. So then we're back to the last chorus, and the guitar riff kind of changes a little bit. It's still over similar chords, but there's kind of another guitar that comes in and plays this little riff on top to mix it up a bit. So the chorus part is... and that goes around, that chord progression goes around 4 times. And on top of that, we've got the little riff here. I do a lot of like legato stuff in my playing, which I picked up a lot of stuff from like Satriani and Steve Vai and stuff. I feel like they use this thing called like the 3 notes per string scale a lot. That's the thing that I always sort of like to do everywhere, is like instead of like the classic kind of major scale position, I feel like it's a little bit more shreddy, so. So that's just kind of like a G major scale, but just, you know, you're sort of ascending with the 3 notes per string thing, and that's the thing that I like to use a lot, and I like to kind of put that all over the neck, and I'll think about like modes in that way. I'll kind of relate everything modally kind of back to one of those 3 notes per string scales, so I kind of think of everything in either, like I'll find whatever like the kind of Ionian mode is, whatever like the first mode is, and I'll know kind of where to do it. I definitely would go more towards legato because I personally prefer that kind of smoother sound. I'm actually trying to work on at the moment economy picking, and that's the thing I'm doing while sort of covering those 3 notes per string scales, because the whole point of economy picking is, you know, using 3 notes per string and sort of moving up that way. So that's the thing I'm sort of trying to get good at the moment. I think that's a really cool technique, so that's the thing I'm working on.